Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
You're working on a radius top door. Okay. And
correct.
And what kind of hardware do you want to use to hang that?
Well, so the factory, so I do this design and sales, and the factory supplied a type of bomber. They look like, and I'm sorry, my ignorance, you're going to start to understand my ignorance. I'm more in design, look, feel, that stuff. But they sent these hinges that appear to have two barrels, left and right, and then left and right, which would be on the vertical edge. And then we've got an amazing installer. He spent literally like 5 hours. He's like, this does not work. So I was trying, and then I went onto YouTube and I came across you guys, and then I heard that you were the man who might know the solution.
So, but what's the problem? Is it just that you have an arch top or a radius top door?
Yeah, and apparently that the hinges, my understanding is that the top of the door is hitting the radius jamb, and the jamb has no stops to it. It's just a flush jamb. And so my understanding is that the top is hitting, and that's the conflict. Would it help you if I had him take a picture of what he has, like the actual hinge apparatus? And I also have a CAD elevation of this door itself that shows exactly what it is.
Yeah, I'd like to see all of that, but I don't know that I require it. So is the door double acting? Is that what you want it to be?
Yeah, we want it to be double acting, exactly. And it has like a, what is it, a 1.5 beveled edge, on the edge of the door. It's all beveled.
So it wouldn't be beveled, it'd probably be radius, would be my guess.
Well, radius, 1.5 inch, yeah, sorry.
And where is it hitting the cased opening frame?
He is telling me at the top. And I apologize for this, I have your number, and this was a hot topic a week ago, and every time I think to call you, I'm on the West Coast, I call after hours. So, would it be okay if I called him real quick to get the total skinny and call you right back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I appreciate your help, Richard. Sorry for the double call, but I'll call you back shortly.
Take your time. I'll be here for another 2.5 hours for sure.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye. You too.
So I did find out, so it looks like there's two things that are happening. The door is hitting up at the top when you start to open it. I could email you a photograph so you can see where it is. Yes, and actually there's two other things. Then I noticed the jamb width is over 7 inches.
Yeah, that's where the problem is.
It is, isn't it?
Most definitely. Yeah. It's I've encountered that problem, that Hydra. It's got multiple heads, that sort of problem, whether it be two walls, that one wall is inset, say, a foot. An elevation in a church will have these two different wall surfaces, and they've got arch top doors, and they can't open them past a particular degree.
Correct.
Or a very deep inset causes that same problem, where you need a bigger. Yeah, that is not going to work. Now you'll get away with it if you have a much narrower jamb, but not in a deep jamb.
Right. I understand. So we're just going to have to convert this, get a stop to it, and turn it into a swing door. It's not going to work.
No. Let's not give up hope yet.
Okay.
I mean, this can be done. If double acting, is this an exterior door?
No, it's an interior door.
Okay. I mean, it can be done. The round or arch or radius top does simply complicate the situation, and frankly, even if the door didn't hit at the jamb, it may not have worked very well because of where a lot of the mass of the door is and that location of that top hinge. It may have not, how heavy is the door?
It's clear walnut, so it's I'm guessing in the 80-pound to 90-pound range.
Oh, okay. So it's a pretty light door. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. That probably would have worked. The issue is you can go with a horizontal spring pivot that will double act or a floor closer. You can then use an intermediate pivot, but you have to modify that door in such a way where that top pivot that will be used, you're going to have to cut a slot into that face of the door so that you can get it anchored up at the top. Mm-hmm. So it's not a very elegant way to do it. Mm-hmm. And, unless it must be double acting, I would abandon the idea and go to single acting.
Perfect. I think that's what we're going to do. It's just, the factory is in Southern California. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've got a great Finnish carpenter, but he is much more used to traditional hardware formats. And so it's gotten to the point where I don't think it's just going to be a conversation with a client that, hey, we need to make this a swing one direction door. And it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
Now, in everyone's defense, this is unusual, that you have that sort of double acting situation on a thick wall, a deep jam. It doesn't come up often. It just turns out in my world, it seems to come up about 3 times a year. So I've seen it, so I know exactly what the problem is, and it's the arched nature to the top of the door, and it's the movement of the door through the opening. Now, does the door need to be self-closing?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay. Well, you're going to need some new hinges. You're going to need, not necessarily, but that door is really, you're going to need new hinges.
Sure.
The making it self-closing, if you don't have to do that either, you might consider avoiding it, because a traditional door closer is going to have to be installed on a jam bracket because you have an arch top. You don't have anything to attach it to. So making it self-closing will also not be easy. So if you have ever witnessed or seen what we would call a pot-belly door closer, literally early 20th and mid-20th century technology, these really big, clunky cylinders that are on the door, on old door closers, which San Francisco would be full of them. You'll have to use a piece of hardware that attaches to this jam or corner bracket. Short of going with a floor closer, that would be single acting. It will also not be low-hanging fruit to even make it self-closing. Now, having said that, there is a concealed hinge on the market that is concealed, and it is going to be spring-loaded, single acting. The name is SOSS, S-O-S-S.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, so you could look into that. Now, what I don't love about the idea is if your door is already radiused, that wouldn't be ideal, but I imagine you'll live with that.
Sure. Okay, well, Richard, I truly, truly appreciate your insight, and I think I need to know now what I need to do.
I'm glad you called, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.